Hi guys, and welcome back to Seeing It Their Way Past the Book series. This series came about because the boys and I, are reading the books from the Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl list, and it's 10 of them, but we only have 9, but we read them all together, and my sons had assignments to do off of them, including writing a summary. So in this video, you will see a summary of one of the books off of the list, along with a review from all 3 of us. So you get all 3 of our perspective on this book, and you can decide if it's a book that you're interested in reading or if it's a book that you may want your own kid to read as well. And today's book is Some Places More Than Others by Renee Watson. And I'm going to go ahead and pass the book.
Oh, sorry, I should freshen up my summary for Some Places More Than Others. Now I'm going to be reading to you. You should hear this. Do you know what Some Places More Than Others is about? Well, you're in luck because I read the book and I'm here to tell you about it. This book is about a girl named Amara that's birthday is coming up, and she wants to go to New York City, but her mom isn't letting her. Her mom is pregnant, and her dad travels for his job. He went to Japan. Then she overheard her parents talking, and her family lives in New York, and her father hasn't talked to his dad since she was born. So she wanted to go to New York to figure out what happened. Then she got an assignment to get information about her family. So she asked to go. So she asked her parents if she could go because of the assignment, but she still said no. In their house and on the coffee table, there's a book, and it has dates when people was born, died, and she figured out that her grandma died on her birthday. She closed the book and went to her room. When she woke up, she got dressed, and she realized that her parents were acting suspicious. Then, out of the blue, they told her she's going to New York City with her dad. She was so excited. So they headed to New York. When they got there, they got a taxi and headed to Grandpa's house. Then they got there. Grandpa gave them hugs and made them oatmeal. Then they went for a walk to Lennox Coffee. Amara got hot cocoa. Grandpa got coffee. Then one of Amara's dad's friends came in, introduced himself, and then threw a welcoming party. Amara got to meet her cousins, Nina, who is 16, and Ava, who is 14. Their dad is in jail. They spent a lot of time together, but she barely saw her dad. When it was Friday, it was her birthday. Everyone celebrated, talking, and even Dad and Grandpa were talking to each other. They were at a stadium, and then they had to leave because the baby was coming. They got rushed. They got to the hospital. The baby didn't like Dad, but the baby loved Amara. She was the favorite. And that's my summary for Some Places More Than Others. Here, Ronnie, take this.
Thanks, Deacon. I'm gonna read the synopsis for the book called Some Places More Than Others. All Amara wants for her birthday is to visit her father's family in New York City, Harlem to be exact. She can't wait to meet her Grandpa Earl and cousins in person, to stay in the brownstone where her father grew up, and to hear all the stories about the family she never knew. But New York City is not exactly what Amara thought it would be, and neither is her family's reunion. Still, as she explores, asks questions, and learns more and more about this place, her father, and their history, she begins to realize how, in some ways, more than others, she connects with him. her home, and her family, and she discovers even more about herself.
This book is kind of similar to Song for M because it has like family things that can happen. It has things in real life that can happen. Like her mom's pregnant. Their dad goes around doing jobs. Maybe all these books have it. So it's like they have that similarity. So that's the thing I've really noticed. And yeah, pretty nice. And I like this book. I like it because it shows you how people feel, not just something you read and you just have to talk about it. No, you actually feel it.
You connect with the book.
You connect.
What was your favorite part in the book?
That the baby thought she was the favorite.
How did the baby show that she was her favorite?
Because she would cry whenever he ordered her, but she wouldn't cry whenever the mom hold her.
This book is amazing because it allows you to connect with the characters and see and hear their inner thoughts, specifically Amara. I feel like this would be a great tale to tell your children. Well, really read your children. Sad because the first thing Amara has to do on her birthday is go to the graveyard and see her deceased grandma, who she never met.
What were some of the more enjoyable parts of the book?
Wow, Amara got to tour most of the city of New York. It was an amazing read.
What would you rate this book?
5 out of 5.
I rate this book 5 out of 5 stars.
I would give this book a 5 out of 5. My favorite part of this book was that the young girl helped to bring together her father and her grandfather, help mend their relationships, all while she was developing a relationship with her father's side of the family. It was great that it was set in New York, so I gave it a more little adventurous side of it as well. Overall, great book, great read, easy read, and I highly recommend this book. So it will be linked down below along with a link to all the other books that we reviewed. And again, if you haven't checked out the other books that we reviewed, make sure to check it out. And as always, make it a great one. And don't forget to pass the book along.